Sunday. I'm so excited to be here for our first Tracy's Sunday Challenge for 2023. I hope you're all well. I hope you're having a really great weekend, whatever you're up to. If you're new here, my name's Tracy.bish. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Central Victoria, Australia, and each Sunday morning at 8:30 Melbourne time, I go live with a new challenge and we create a card and then you guys can all join in, which is, I think, one of the most exciting things. And I hope during 2023 that you'll get that courage to come and join in each challenge, because the more people that create and enjoy, the more inspiration we can send out to the world as well. All right, so welcome everyone. As you're popping on, please pop on and say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. And if you're up to anything exciting for the day, let me know that as well. It's always exciting. I'm going to be in my craft room again today, so that's exciting for me, but other than that, there's not a lot going on. My husband's pretty busy working over at his mum and dad's place, so that leaves me here at home to catch up with some crafty things for 2023, which is really good because, you know, it's nice to get a little bit ahead, so I'm not complaining. Hi Glenda, how are you? Hi Marion. Hi Beverly, how are you? Drizzly and sick in Tennessee. Oh, that's no good. You've been having some very cold weather over in the US, I've been noticing. It's not good. Not good that you're not well. So hopefully you get better really soon. So this week's challenge is a Tic Tac Toe, which we haven't done for a little while. And I'm super excited to see what you guys choose. So the way it works is you can choose 3 line items. So it's like bingo. You can go across, you can go down, you can go diagonally. And yeah, that's the card that you can choose to do. So yeah, how exciting. So quickly, I'll just show you the route that I took. I went with baby, shape, and distressed, because why not? I think I don't do baby cards very often. And I have this really great stamp set that is in the new mini catalogue that I just had to use. So let me show you that stamp set that I'm talking about. It's called Warm Welcome. It is a bundle, so you can purchase the stamp set and the dies and receive 10% discount, which is amazing. The actual die set cuts out a doorway, so there's lots of different possibilities you can do with this. But what I really like is you've got some really great little images here that you can create with, and there's lots and lots of sentiments as well, so it's a great set. It's also a $1 million stamp set, which is pretty amazing, and it's Jenny Pauly's stamp set. She created this stamp set as her $1 million reward. All right, so we're going baby, shape, and distressed. Let me show you my card, and hopefully as you're looking at this, you're sort of thinking, what am I going to use? Here it is. Super cute. It's Pool Party is the colouring that I've used. I've gone with baby because it's a baby card. Look at these little booties. They are so cute. That is, as soon as I saw this stamp set, that stood out for me. I thought that is so cute. So I've gone with that. I've gone with the shape. I've used my beautiful stylish shape dies. And I've gone with that square and created that little background in the background there. And then I've gone with distress. So I've distressed those edges. We're going to change it up just slightly for the card today, because that's what I do. I never usually, even if I'm trying to create the same card, it never turns out exactly the same. But I thought what we might do is we'll do a pink card. So this is more of a boy card. Well, it's boy colours, blue. I'm saying that's my favourite colour, but we're going to go with the pink one. So we've got a little bit of variety, and you can see, you know, you could use any colour of the rainbow. Any of the subtles would look really great this way. So, you know, but yeah, petal pink for today. So let me move this out of the road. This will be up on both my Facebook page and my Instagram later on. So if you need to remember what the Tic Tac Toe challenge is, you can go over and check that out. Okay. Let me bring in our supplies. We have a basic white thick card base, and I've already pre-scored my card base. I'm just going to burnish with the bone folder to get that nice crisp bone fold line. We have a piece of basic white thick again for our matting piece. I have a strip of basic white, a strip of petal pink, and our petal pink card for our shape. Now, I thought I'm definitely going to change it up a little bit. Instead of doing a square from the Stylish Shape dies, we're going to do a circle this time round. So, and if I haven't really given you enough reasons why you need this die set, you haven't been watching my channel very well. Because I think it's in just about every card. I love this die set. All right, so we're going to do a little bit of stamping. Of course, there's heat embossing on this because it's also one of my favorite things to do. And I really want to grab just some scrap paper as well to go under that, just so I don't make any mess. Oh, and I think I've got a sneeze coming. Hang on a sec. Hay fever symptoms are out today. So in that stamp set, we're going to grab out a couple of those stamps. We want the Welcome Little One, which are two different stamps. Welcome. Little One. We need the Row of Booties. And there's also a little heart in a circle, which is really hard for you guys to see. I'll show you on the front cover. So I've grabbed these two little stamps here, the Welcome, the Row of Booties, and then Little One. And these are really tiny little stamps, so you can use them together or separately if you want to do little tiny sentiments as well. So there's lots of different things you could use them for. So let me grab some blocks. So we're embossing with the white embossing powder, which will go perfectly with any colour and gives it that sweet little softness as well. That is such a big block with such a little stamp, but we'll make do. And I need to actually clean my blocks again. They are filthy. All right. So because we are heat embossing, I'm going to grab my embossing buddy. This is just a powder tool that will make sure that the powder from the embossing powder doesn't stick anywhere where I've got my fingers. So we have oils in our fingers that will stick down onto our paper, and we'll stick our powder to it. So you want to make sure that you're sort of cleaning it off and making sure that you're not going to have fingerprints everywhere as well. Whoops, sorry about that. Hi Judith, how are you? Yes, first challenge for the year. Yeah, I hope you all have a go, absolutely. Yeah, the more the merrier. We love everyone joining in. And it's all about, you know, sharing your creativity. So we're just going to randomly stamp all the way around. Hi, Deborah, how are you? Is it still raining in your place? Hopefully you're not having any flooding issues either. Make sure you stay safe. And then our two little heart stamps, we're just going to stamp all around. And I can sort of see, because it gives us like a watermark effect, the Versamark ink. Sometimes my lights don't let me see so well. I'm just trying to make sure that I don't stamp over my other stamps. And then I've got that little circle with the heart. We're going to do that one as well. Yeah, it can be a little hard to see with the lights on. And then we've got that little one. And I want to keep that pretty close to where the welcome is. So where I've stamped welcome, I'm going to put the little one just underneath it. And last one. Let's see how well I did at stamping that. we're going to add the powder. We've not finished our heat embossing, but we want to get the powder on this one first. And I've got an area just down the bottom here that has absolutely nothing, so I think I want to add just something a little bit more there. And that's a great way, if you add your powder, you can see where you have things and where you don't have things, if you want to add a little bit extra. So it's just one little stamp. Let me stick that in. Okay, I'm going to move that to the side and make sure that I don't bump it or touch it until we heat it. And then I'm going to bring in that little strip of petal pink. I'm also going to use my embossing buddy on that. This was actually a piece in my scrap bin, so it's always good if you have a scrap bin of extra pieces of cardstock that you go to it regularly and you use it. So I'm going to just stamp these in a row along the middle. I lined it up perfectly last time because I can't really get straight over it. It probably won't line up as beautifully, but it'll still look good. Bring our powder in. Oh, you had a little bit of a break, Deborah, and now it's going to start up again this afternoon. Yeah, Wendy did say Monday. She was a little bit worried about Monday, so I hope that it's downgraded for you all. So Northern California is having some really wild weather at the moment, which is not good. Okay, I can stick that one to the side. And the only other piece that we do need to heat emboss is our shape here. So what I need to do is I need to bring in just my mini, because we can get away with the mini. Little mini machine. And we need petal pink cardstock, that little square that we had. And I'm using the the third largest circle there. Now, Stampin' Up! At the moment has an amazing deal with the mini machines. You can purchase the starter kit, and there's 3 options with the starter kit. One option is you could choose the white mini cut and emboss machine, or there's a new boho blue, which is going to be a new in colour coming out in the annual catalogue later on in the new year, which is it's like a periwinkle blue. Or you can just purchase the starter kit without the mini cut and emboss, but the mini cut and emboss machine deal is a really great one. There's lots of free craft products. What else is there? Free shipping on your first order, 20% off you as a discount off any future orders after that. Oh, that's a little bit of flickering, sorry about that. Yeah, so it's a really great deal. So if you're interested in that, there is a little bit of information over my blog, and there's also a video that I've done if you're interested, so go and check those out. Because I've put my fingers all over that, we're going to run the embossing buddy again over that piece of cardstock. And then for this one, I'm just using those 2 tiny little hearts. So these 2 here, we're going to emboss with those. And we're really only focusing the top and the bottom because you're only going to see it underneath that strip of little booties. I have dog hair everywhere. It's a problem with dog hair. Or with dogs, I suppose. You end up with dog hair everywhere. I'm going to stick another one up here, and then we're going to use that little one here as well.
Morning, crafters.
Have a wonderful day.
Yeah, you too.
That was my husband Adam leaving for the day. All right, so I've done a lot of stamping on this one, a lot more than I did on my square, so it'll look a little different. You can please yourself how much you want to do or how little you want to do. You could even leave it completely with no embossing on it as well. And I've doubled up just here with the stamps, but we might not see that, so it won't matter too much. I'll let him know that you've all said hello. Hey Adam.
Yeah.
Beverly, Judith and Deborah all say good morning.
Hello, lady. It's a lovely morning.
So I'm going to bring my heat tool in, and we're just going to melt all that powder. I have lots of little bits of cardstock here, so I want to bring my tweezers in. Really great to have a pair of tweezers. These are those reverse tweezers, so I highly recommend these. Stampin' Up! Have a heat embossing toolkit that has tweezers, a tray, like a paintbrush sort of thing. It's actually got some really good tools if you do a lot of heat embossing, so maybe have a look at that if you don't have something like that. But tweezers are a must in your craft room if you're going to heat emboss. So all we're doing is we're going to melt that powder until it becomes nice and glossy. There's one. I'm going to just grab my little strip of the booties. And I didn't do a very good job on this one. I've doubled up. We'll see what it looks like once it's heat embossed. I can always turn it over and do the other side. My lights are actually pretty bright, so it makes it really hard to see the Versamark. If you are using the Versamark, try and do it near natural light. It makes it really easy to see. And this is nice and big, so I don't need my tweezers this time. And I think I'll get away with that strip. I don't think it looks too bad. I'm not a complete perfectionist, sorry. Bit of a lazy crafter. So the great thing is the white embossing powder on white cardstock. You can still see it, but it sort of blends in a little bit. But what we're going to do is we're going to bring in our blending brushes and blend in some colour to it, which will make that heat embossing really pop off the page. It'll come to life, it'll look great. Swap to the other side. Now there's a little bit of warping on the cardstock, and what we can do to sort of flatten that out a little bit is I'm going to heat the back side of that cardstock, and that will help to flatten it out just slightly. So if I just run the heat tool on the other side. And if you're watercolouring, that really works well. Alright. So yeah, you can see that, the shininess on that. Alright. So let's bring in our blending brushes. I've got a brand new one. I don't have the the pink blending brush that I have is more like Melon Mumbo and Magenta Madness and those really bright, deep pinks. So for Petal Pink, which is so soft, I've got a new one. I could just wash out the pink one that I have, but I didn't do it yesterday and it wouldn't have had enough time to dry. You need to wait for it to be completely dry. All right, so we're going to, and it will take a bit of ink up on the blending brush just because it's brand new. So I'm going to try to grab a bit, starting off just offside the page, and then we're going to blend in the middle, working our way out. We don't want to go all the way to the edge, but we want most of the colour in the middle. And this is a really soft colour. So what's everyone's plans for the day? Are you doing anything exciting? I videoed a couple of videos yesterday. I did have plans to edit them last night so I could voice over today, but I haven't edited them yet, so that's on my job list. I'm also working on a craft project, so I'd like to maybe get most of that done as well. And yeah, I don't know anything much else that I'm doing, but I do have I've got a few things that I need to clean up in my craft room. I've got some retired products that are still sitting on my shelf. I really want to organise all my embossing folders, especially the ones that are still current, get them out of the ones that are no longer current, because it's really confusing having current and non-current. I can't really use the retired stuff as a demonstrator on my videos because it'll just upset everyone that they can't get it anymore. All right, so like I said, we've just added most of the colour in the centre, worked our way out a little bit so it's not completely stark white, but we want it to be still nice and soft because it is a baby's card. Okay, so we have baby, we have a shape, now we're going to distress. So for distressing, I do have a distressing tool, but I didn't look for it before I came live, so it's in my caddy somewhere. But if you had a look at my caddy, there are so many things in my caddy, it'll probably take me 5 minutes to pull it all out to make sure, because it'd be right on the very bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a pair of old scissors. Don't use your paper snips. This distressing the sides of your cardstock will actually blunten your scissors, so don't use good ones. Just use, use your kids' school scissors or just the ones lying around. Do cheap scissors, not expensive ones, is what I'm saying. So all we're doing is we're running the blade along the card. I love this technique. I think it gives great texture to your card, looks great, and so easy to do. So you're going to burr off the edges of your card. Beverly's watching videos and drinking tea. I just finished a cup of tea. It was so nice. As soon as I get off here, I'm going to go and make another one. Marion's crafting and reviewing order in the books. Awesome. So today, Marion lives next door. Marion's my mum, if you guys didn't know. Most of you guys know because you follow me. But we have to go through and work out what sets she has, what sets I have, so we don't purchase things that we both have already. Just wondering if my finger's dirty. I'm putting marks on my card. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so we're going to do that today. We're going to go through the mini catalogue and make sure that we don't order the same things. Because we only live next door, we can pop next door and grab what the other one has, which is really, really good. Look at that edging. That's so good. So what we're going to do just on our corners, I'm just going to push down and create a dog ear. And I'm actually going to do it a couple of times so it sort of rolls down. Deborah's making her husband's birthday card. His birthday's for the 15th. Oh, nice. We'll wish him happy birthday from us, Deborah. And I think I'll do this side as well, just because we're doing the opposite sides. Judith said, Mary not cleaning stamp blocks. I might get her to do that today while she's over here. Good idea, Judith. Yes, Deborah. It's funny because in the stamping world or the craft world, we have different techniques that come into fashion, then they go out of fashion, but they always come back. It's like our clothes, isn't it? So this is something that I remember doing many years ago, and I love that it's, you know, we can still do it, because that does look so cute. All right, so we can move this one to the side. Let's bring in our card base. We can start popping everything together. I'm going to glue my 2 strips of cardstock together, and for that I just need some liquid glue. We do have little bits of cardstock everywhere though, so if you don't like messy, maybe do it over a sink or something, over a bin. Mine just goes on the floor and then I vacuum it. Cute. That is so cute. And we are going to add, I've just got some basic white baker's twine. I want to create a big bow to go in behind it. This is something that I do a lot with cards. I love this look of, you know, either the faux bow or a bow sitting behind sentiments. I bought a new pair of snips the other day because these ones are pretty blunt. And I'm going to add that to the back of our strip there. So I'm going to grab some tear and tape to secure that down. You could also use a glue dot. So being careful not to push down onto my paper. I'm going to lay another strip of the tear and tape. Actually, no, we're going to pop that up. Let's get our dimensionals. You could also lay another piece of tear and tape over the top just to make sure that that bow doesn't come out. I don't think it'll go anywhere. I think it's pretty stuck down. I like to go overboard with my dimensionals just because that's what I do, but we are going to just glue down our circle. So it's going to cover up that welcome little one. Take all our backings off. The Take My Pick tool works really well with that. So I'm just placing it so I can still see our stamping there. There's no point stamping it and then covering it all completely up. And I will need to get rid of some of those tails there as well. Hi from the UK. Hi Tilly. Hope you're well. So we're going to add some more dimensionals to the back. So Tilly, we are doing this week's challenge is a Tic Tac Toe, and I'll show you what the Tic Tac Toe challenge is in just a minute once we've finished the card. So if you'd like to join in, you're very much welcome to. Everyone's welcome. You can use whatever you have in your stash, even if it's not Stampin' Up products. Just use what you have. It's all about crafting and sharing. Oh, there we go. Sharing your ideas. So we can pop that down. That is so pretty. I love the petal pink. Nice. All right, for our embellishments, and I'm not sure if I got any embellishments out. Let me have a look. Talk amongst yourself, guys, and I'll just have a look what embellishments I can pop on. This is another reason why I really need to clean out my stash. So I've got all my embellishments that are current right near my desk. I'm not going through ones that are retired that are still sitting in my stash. So for this one here, I did use the Fine Sparkle Adhesive Back Gems. These ones are no longer current. They were in the mini catalogue, the Christmas catalogue. And there is a pool party one there for that one. I think we'll use the Elegant Faceted Gems because they're really pretty. They've got like a pinky one. I'm not sure whether that will look any good. But there's this opaque white one that I think will look nice as well. Let's have a look. Oh no, that actually looks really nice. Okay, we're going with that one. And another one. So pretty. Sorry you had to wait until I dug through my embellishments to find that. Wow. That is gorgeous. Oh, Marion said the white. No, I think I like those ones. The white would look good as well though. So one in Pool Party, one in Petal Pink. Absolutely gorgeous baby card. So soft and pretty. And this is using that Warm Welcome bundle from the mini catalogue, this one here, which is a really great set. I've got some projects coming up using this as a set as well, so super exciting. Let me bring in that Tic Tac Toe challenge again. So this way, all you need to do is pick 3 items, same as bingo, across, down, or diagonally. So you can choose what way you want to go. I really hope that you'll join in because, like I say, it's about sharing your creativity. So if you do want to join in, create your card, take a photo of it, then head over to my Facebook page. There will be a post with this challenge as the photo. Go into the comment section and leave your photo in the comment section. Even if you don't join in, come over, have a look and see what everyone else is creating. This is the first challenge for 2023, so everyone is welcome. Use whatever you have in your stash, whether it's retired or new or Stampin' Up or not Stampin' Up, whatever you have. You know, it's all about just joining in, having fun, inspiring, and being part of a community. All right, thank you, Glenda. Thank you so much. All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining me. If you've enjoyed this video, I'd love it if you gave me a thumbs up. If you're not watching the live, you could leave me a comment. And if you haven't hit subscribe, you could do that as well. I'd really appreciate that. Yeah, and I'll be back on Thursday, this Thursday coming up, 5 o'clock. Or you can join me next Sunday at 8:30 for another challenge. So hopefully you'll do that. All right, everyone, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Stay safe, and I'll see you all really soon. Bye-bye, everyone.